Hi guys, and welcome back to the Cassie Projects. So this week's video, we've got another episode of 365 Days of Art, and we actually missed last week's video, which means I've got a bit of catching up to do. So the previous video that we did was the bees, and then I've gone through and did all these prompts over the last 2 weeks. I've had a lot of fun. I've been using lots of different art supplies and different styles, and it's been a really enjoyable process. But now moving on to 63, we have got fill the opposite page with textures and mark making, explore the materials you have, try using paints with both wet and dry brushes. So first up, I'm going to use some gouache paint. So I'm using a really dry brush to start with, which as you can see, it doesn't really go far. We add plenty of water to the gouache and then it goes so smoothly across the page to make this wiggly line. I'm then going in with a really wet amount of gouache, so I'm going to do a red, a yellow and a blue, and then I'm going to use plenty of water to blend them together so that we've got this rainbow sort of line. And then next up, I'm going to go in with my Derwent ink pencils. So I've used these a few times in my videos. They're amazing because you can use them as these really vivid pencil crayons, but you can also add water to them to turn them into an ink, which is really exciting. So I've created these little squares so that one can be just left in crayon, and then the one below it, I can add lots of water to it, and that creates this ink, and it's really exciting. And then going in with some scribbles, blending it together to make an orangey colour and a green colour. And then finally I'm going in with Posca markers. I don't know if a lot of people know that you can do this, but with Posca you can add a little bit of water, because at the end of the day it is just acrylic paint. So I've done this to spread my Posca out a little bit, sometimes with a background where I've got a lot of paint going on there. I just add a bit of water to it and just goes a lot further. Okay, so moving on to the next prompt, which is continue to add flowers to the meadow. So I've done a similar thing to this on a previous page, but I wanted to make this one a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is add a bit of a painting into it. It's not just going to be flowers, it's not just a meadow, but it's actually the border of a English cottage garden. So we've got all the meadow flowers hanging over it. I've decided to do just a little bit of line work because I wanted to do it quite loosely, and the main reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted to practice my colour theory. So I'm just using 3 colours, red, yellow and blue, the primary colours, and I'm going to create these brown colours, lots of different greens, and I just wanted to have a practice with that really. So I've not put a huge amount of work into this. I wanted to do it for myself, just to enjoy a bit of painting, but also to practice with colour theory. Now, as you can see, I'm doing it really, really loosely to just capture the impression of all the trees and the bushes. I'm going in with a dry brush, like I'd just done on the previous page, and I'm using that to add a bit of grass to the path. You know, it's a bit messy, it's a bit overgrown. And now we're going in with the Posca markers to add those meadow flowers. And finally, onto the last prompt, which is some calligraphy practice. I'm using my brush uni pin fine liner, and I've been using this for all the calligraphy pages. So it says bring the brush down and around using a full stroke, and as you bring the brush up, use a thin stroke, and this is creating this U shape. So I'm just having a little bit of fun practicing, pushing harder on the downstrokes and lighter on the upstrokes, and it's been really good practice actually. So there you have it. There are my 3 prompts for this week. I really enjoyed doing them, and I feel really proud of the artwork this week. Do carry on watching more videos, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.